Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Alicia. I own a crochet boutique called Astro Crochet. If you are not new here, hi, welcome back. I'm so glad that you are here on another vlog. Today we're going to be doing my fall inventory, and I thought I would take you along with me on how I'm prepping for my fall, how I'm storing my fall items, and just getting ready for the busy season of fall. So I have my notebook here to kind of guide me. I will say that I get a lot of questions on how do I know how much inventory to bring and how many items should that bring. And I will say that the number of items will vary based off of what your sale goal is going to be for that market or that season. I have 3 really big shows coming up in the fall, and along with other small fall markets. I have a market almost every week in September and October, slow down in November, and then I'll just have one in December. So, well, for all of my markets, I always have a sale goal. So for my fall goals, I always make a sale goal of how much money I want to make at that market, and I bring at least 2 times that amount of inventory. So let's say at a market I wanted to make $600, I would double that amount. I would bring at least $1,200 in inventory to sell at that market to potentially reach my goal of what I was trying to make at the market. Again, that even though you have that goal doesn't always mean that you will make that much. Attendance always varies from market to market. You can either make less than your goal or more than your goal, but setting a goal is a great idea so that you know how much inventory you should bring. Now, I don't do a total number of items because that could vary. So for example, let's say I have a $40 levy. I could bring that one levy, or I could also prep my mini bees. I sell for $8, and so I could bring 5 of those bees and trade out for the levy. So it just depends on what you want to bring and what your audience is looking for. But that's why I don't do that. So I could either bring 1 levy or I could bring 5 bees. But the value is the same for that item regardless of what I prepped. I will say though that I do know now that I've done a year of markets, I do know what my best sellers are and what sold really well in the fall. And so I took inventory of the items that I sold last year in the fall and the quantities, and I'm hoping to double the quantities so that I have more opportunity to earn more money on the same items that sold really well last year for fall. So I have my list with me of what sold really well for me. Again, it was my first time doing a few of these. Well, it was my first time selling in fall, and some of these items I didn't have set out until September. And so I think that if I set them out in August, they might sell better, or also if I have more of what was there. So for example, my newborn twisted headbands sold really well, and so when I was sold out of them, that was it. That's all I had, and then I would have to stock up for the next market, which was, you know, usually a week away, and restock that that size or those colors. So because like that item sold out at my market, then there wasn't any potential sales for it to keep selling because I was sold out of it. So this year I'm hoping that I can prep more so I can bring more, and then I can make more money at each market because I have more of that item to sell. So last year, chickens, the Mabel chickens, I sold 46 for the whole fall season. So I'm hoping to double that total and bring it with me to the markets. I'm not going to bring 80 something chickens all at once, but usually I know that about usually I can sell anywhere between 10 to 15 chickens at a market. So I would potentially bring up to 20 chickens for the market so that I have at least 20 chickens to sell if I did sell all 10 to 15 that I would normally have sold. Possums, I sold 23, so I'm going to double that for the season. The adult twisted headbands, I sold 10 altogether, so I'm going to double it for 20. The adult headbands moved pretty quickly too, but they were also an item that took a little bit longer to stock up. So if I start with 20, at least I have a good amount of headbands for people to pick from, and I can work on them throughout the markets, because 20 headbands may not last the whole season, but it will at least get me started and see where I'm at. I sold 32 mini bees, so I'll double that price. I sold 18 of the small pumpkins. I sold 25 of the mini ghost. I had sold 3 of my pumpkin turtles, but I only brought 3 and I sold them all at like my second fall market, and then I never prepped more. I sold 4 of the lamb snugglers. So the lamb snuggler is pretty popular at my markets because it's very gender neutral and can go for boy or girl, and a lot of people love that about the lamb. So for the whole season I sold 4 of them, so I'm hoping to bring at least 6 to 8 of that snuggler. I sold 12 0 to 3 months headbands, and then I sold 14 of the 0 to 3 month beanies. So I also know that from doing fall, a lot of moms, boy moms, had asked me if I could crochet the hat without a palm. So I'm planning on bringing some palms that don't have palms for those moms that are looking for a palmless beanie for their little boy. So if this is your first time doing a fall market, that's okay. It's hard to judge like what is going to be your best seller, but just bring out like a handful of items that you think might sell. Anything seasonal was a big hit. Little ghost, a ghost with a hat, bats, all of those fall seasonal items sold really well. And so just make a handful of things, especially at your first fall market. Maybe make like, I don't know, 5 to 8 items of each of those seasonal things and see how well they do at the market. And then you'll know for next market, you know, if all of your ghosts sold out, you can batch more of the ghosts so you have them for your next market, and you can get a general idea of what people are looking for or what they gravitate towards. So I know that that might not seem very helpful, especially if this is your first market, but I would just say make what you want to make, because that is what makes it the most fun. And just make a handful of those items, see how well they did, because that's what I did last fall. I had never done any of the fall markets, and I prepped in between each market, and it got a little exhausting, but it was also very fun because I didn't know what was going to be the best seller for that week or how the other items would go. But now that I have a general idea of what sold really well, that is what I'm going to be prepping double the amount of for the whole season, not for just one market. But I hope that's helpful to you if you are planning. Just think of how much money you would like to make for the market, that one market, or even that season of markets. So let's say you wanted to make at least $6,000 for your markets in the fall. Double that amount. Make sure you just have at least $12,000 worth of inventory, which seems like a lot, but your current inventory is part of your inventory value, and that makes it a little easier. So you're going to create a value that you want to make for the one market or the season of markets, okay? When you have that value, if you have any inventory already made, you can subtract the inventory value that you have from what you want to have. Then you will take that new number and divide it by how many days you have until the market. That new number that you get with how many days you have until the market is going to be how much inventory value you should prep each day or even each week. Okay, so I haven't done that for my August market because I still have a lot of summer inventory that I would like to shuffle out, and so I'm just planning on setting out some of my fall items along with my summer and hopefully get them moving along. I'll have another market in September, and then that's when it really hits. So I do have time to prep for my first market in August until September, because I only have that one market in August. So then we can chat again about my fall goals and how much I want to make for this season and how many days I have until the market and what I need to prep and value for that market. So I hope that's helpful. I really hope that's not confusing. If it's super confusing, send me a message. I will chat with you individually about it and talk with you about your goals and what you're hoping to accomplish this fall. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I have a lot of fall items kind of scattered around. I also don't know what I know I have pumpkins left over from fall. That's the only thing I have left over from fall. But I don't know how many pumpkins that I made last year, and I need to put it in my inventory data sheet. I need to tag the pumpkins. I've made bats, I've made ghosts, so I need to tag those and put those in my inventory. I need to see how many hats I have, because I think my numbers are a little off, and I just kind of need to sort through things before this August market, because I have up to like 7 bins of inventory, and my car doesn't fit 7 bins of inventory, so we gotta rearrange and adjust. So let me take you along with me. You're gonna see tagging, you're gonna see me fixing numbers and changing them in my inventory and everything like that. I do store all of my items in storage bins, and I use little fresheners to keep them fresh. I've also heard that you can put in your dryer sheets to make them fresh. I haven't personally tried that because I'm afraid that maybe it might be too overwhelming with the scent, and maybe someone's not gonna like that scent, based on what I like. So we'll just see. I need to go bring all my inventory bins inside the house. They're currently stashed in the garage, and then we'll get started. Okay, here are the beanies that I tagged, or that I added my tag and my palms with you guys last week. So I need to add these to my inventory. I need to also tag them. And then these are the ones that I've had that I made for, I think a couple of them were for last season, but some of them were also done before my last summer market. So I need to total these up and see how many I have of the 0 to 3 months. This is 3 to 12. This actually looks like 0 to 3 months. I don't know, can't tell. Sometimes they're kind of hard to see. No, it's a little smaller. Okay, so here's 3 to 12 months. I think this one's also 3 to 12 months. 0 to 3 months. 0 to 3. 3 to 12. Here are my logo tags. I get questions about these a lot. Just has my logo up here, where you can find me on Etsy and where you can find me on my social media. And then on the back, I have the price, the size if it asks for it, like hats will need a size, but plushies won't. And then how to care for it. Oops. You can find the template for this and even the back. Camryn from Camryn's Cute Creation, she has a video on it. She has her degree in graphic design, so she has the little templates for this, and then you can change it out based on like what color you want things, the font that you want it, what you want to say here, adding your own logo, and what you could put down here for your social media finds. But she's the one that has this template, so go check her out. I will link her channel down below so you can find it and grab yourself a tag as well. Okay, ignore all my scribbles. My littlest one grabbed a hold of my pen and notebook, and he drew all over it, but I'm not going to rewrite this. So I have 9 of the 0 to 3 month beanies, so I'm going to just cross off how many more I still need from the 9 that I already have. Okay, so I still need to make 5 more beanies. I have 9 of the 0 to 3 month headbands, so I just need to make 3. I have 2 of the lamb snugglers already. Medium pumpkins, I have 6. So I'm not gonna make any more of the medium pumpkins. I'm already done, so I'm gonna just do this. So I know that I'm good with medium pumpkins. Mini ghost. I even put up here for market, I wanted 25 total ghost. I have 5 markets, and I wanted to have at least 10 ghosts at each market. So I needed to make 50 of the mini ghost. And I already have 10, so I need 40 more. And then small pumpkins, I need to count up. So let's go ahead and count them up. Also, looking at my hats laid out like this, I can see that I have 3 pinks, 3 of this smoky green, and then 3 of these dark gray, but I don't have a white or a light pink in the 0 to 3 months, so I need to add a note to make a few of these so that these are also an option for my 0 to 3 month babies. Here are the pumpkins that I crocheted last year and what I had left over. Last year I sold them for 12 and they sold pretty quickly. I retimed myself with my materials, and it's actually going to be bumped up to 15 this year, so I need to go and change the prices. But my tags have changed so much. This was like my very first tag, and then I decided I didn't like the rainbow. It just didn't fit my vibe as much as I thought it would. So then I so then I made these pink tags. And the outline has stayed the same, but it's like the color and the print. And now here I am with my design, and I really like this. This fits me better. So just know that as your business grows, or you get an idea of what you want your business to look like and your brand colors, know that it will change, because mine has certainly changed in the year that I have been doing this as a full-time business instead of a side hustle. But yeah, things change, and you finally get an idea of what you want. So if you're not happy with it, you can always change it. It doesn't have to be set in stone. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and untag all of these and put the new logo on them, change my prices, and then update them in my inventory. Okay, this is the pumpkins that I made so far this year, and there's 11 of them here, and then I have 16, let's see, so I have 16 that I made of the little pumpkins last year, and I have 11 now, so I need just 9 more pumpkins to make for this year, but this is a good amount of stock to get started for the fall market, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I will stop prepping pumpkins unless they get pretty low into the fall season. I'll start prepping some more, but that's exciting about that. I'm going to go ahead and tag these and then put them into one of my storage bins to take with me. This will be the first storage bin that I take so that I can hopefully get rid of last year's pumpkins before diving into this. But I do like a lot of these new colors, so I will be adding some of these new colors to the booth before the last year's pumpkins run out. This is the bin of inventory that's going to not go to the market. It just stores some extra things. These are the pumpkins I plan on taking, the medium and the small. And then this set of pumpkins will just kind of be extra as I go through. And then I pulled these loveys to also go to my fall market in August, so in a couple weeks. So I'm going to pull these and put these in a separate little bin that's in the garage for my loveys. I finished all of the tags for the bats and all of the tags for the little ghost, so I'm going to attach these and then put them in my fall bucket for my market. Okay, so that is what I have so far for fall. I have the ghosts, some ghosts done, some bats done, some pumpkins done. I'm not going to prep any more pumpkins until maybe later in the fall season, depending on the quantity I have left. I will continue to work on bats and the little ghost. I have some other fall things that I need to keep making, like the velvet beanies. But I hope that kind of gets you started with how to prep for your fall markets, with deciding how much money you want to make and multiplying that by 2 to figure out how much inventory you should bring. And then I love to take that number and divide it by how many days I have for the market, and that tells me how much my value should be each day that I need to make leading up until the market. So give that a try, and I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any other market questions down below. I will try to answer them for you, or maybe do a separate market vlog for you that talks a little bit more about market prepping. But that is all for this video. Thank you so much for coming with me and helping me get organized for my fall market. It was so nice to see what I had from last fall and what I have now and how much more I need to make. But I will see you in the next vlog, guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Bye.